We're Byron and Jill, two hands-on people with big dreams. In 2024, we purchased 100 acres in southeast Queensland in an area called Mount Binga. We bought it on a total whim. Byron was nursing a damaged knee after a motocross accident and doing some heavy thinking. And Jill was dreaming of being closer to the mountains, the beach, her family, and riding some new mountain bike trails. We'd never heard of Mount Binga before, but the native trees, rolling hills and permanent dams seemed like the perfect place to build a new off-grid haven for us and our two boys. We're not new to building, but we are new to YouTube, so stay tuned as we get off-grid at Mount Binga. We're now in our third month of living here and falling more and more in love with the place every day. The temperatures have been steadily dropping. Vegetation is starting to dry off for the winter. And of course, the flail mower continues to earn its keep with some amazing weed management efforts. We're more than 500 metres above sea level here, on the Great Dividing Range in one of the coldest areas of sunny Queensland. And we've already had quite a few overnight frosts. The boys are becoming very settled in and just love exploring the place. Under supervision, of course, but there's always something to do here.
Welcome back to Off-Grid at Mount Binga. This afternoon's project is planting some apple trees. We're going to get 20 apple trees planted. They're all dwarf species, and they have designed an apple called an Anna that suits this area. It's cold enough here for it to fruit and work, and it needs a pear, so we're going to plant some golden Dorset next to it. Follow along, hope you enjoy. We're new to this planting tree business, and I know there's some pros out there, but we're going to have a go.
Anyone that watches our videos that has planting experience, please let us know what we're doing wrong. In the future, we want to have more trees, more orchards, more vegetation, and I'm sure you can all help us be better. Earlier that day, we'd stepped out the spacing for the trees, but you might have picked up by now that Byron is rarely without his tape measure and spray paint can, and today was no exception.
So if we start here, we're going to need 2.5 metres apart this way. It's going to be there. It's okay, I can do it. I'm going to try and keep them on this wheel track, because that's my set out from the road. So we're working on a 2.5 metre spacing. We're going up the hill. We've got good drainage on this hill. It's steep enough for the water to keep moving down through the earth, past the roots. There's no water logging anyway. So I thought this would be a good spot for it. Let's set out off our road the right distance so that we're not overlapping with the mower. So just trying to make everything work as efficiently as possible. So we've got it sorted that way. And there's our wheel track. It's going to be something around 2.5 metres as well, but it depends on that wheel track on the mower, just so I can mow in between them a lot easier. These apple trees like a hole that's double the width of the pot, which isn't going to be super big. Makes life a bit easier anyway. I'm not digging holes. We've got 20 holes to dig out, so it should be no trouble. There we go, there's our first row. That is a row of Anna trees. Now, if we work out this way,
We're starting to know our favourite spots
We've
at
got a
different
wheel
times of the
track
day and go for a long
at
walk most
3100.
mornings.
So I'm just going to go in between that so it works. Let's go 25 this way as well. That'd be pretty neat. Alright there, and we'll probably go, we could offset it a little bit. Alright, go up the hill. 2.5 metres. George is making friends. Nino's sniffing the grass. Alright. Time for a crowbar, I think.
Some helpers here.
For our viewers that think Jill just sits behind the camera, here's proof. It's not true. Jill does half the work around here. That's why it's a team of two. Look at her go. First we've got to crowbar the hole, loosen it up a bit from every direction. And then we follow up with the shovel, clean it up, get rid of all the spoil. Ready for a nice clean hole, straight for the apple tree to go in. There you have it. There's the proof. So we've got our 20 holes dug with the help of Jill, as you've seen. Now, from what we know and what we've learnt on YouTube, these are grafted apples. There's the stem there, the old stem. There's the graft right there. As you can see, it comes out up there. Now, they reckon you never want to bury that graft within the soil, but with these trees we have a long graft, so that's never going to happen. So they recommend after that to have a hole twice as big as the pot, and we've got that. So all we've got to do is make sure that our height's flush with the ground here, and we'll get the tree nice in the middle, pull that dirt in, get it round nice and even. Once we get that, I'll do a bit of compaction, make sure it's standing nice and straight, and do a few laps around the base. And then the excess soil then can sit on top, and we don't compact that. This is ready for watering, but We have another 19 to go, so we'll get into it. So we've got all our 20 apple trees planted. They look unreal. I'm surprised. It's like a little mini orchard. Have a look. Now our biggest issue I see coming up is trying to keep the cattle out of this. They will walk and stomp all over this and they won't even know. So our next step is to build a little electric fence, but we're not going to wire it up. We're not going to hook it up to a battery. We're just going to run the white ribbon to see if it keeps them out. Another 2.5 meters here. Just work with me now. Every second one where these pickets are. .1, isn't it, or 3.5?
I don't know.
I think it's no. I remember. I think it's 3.5. Just hold me in the middle there, roughly. We can just have a look at that. Yeah, these corners.
Time to do some watering. The sun is setting.
All right. The last thing we've got to do here is water these trees, and we've got a few IBCs sitting around, so I can leave one down here full time and keep topping it up. Should work a treat.
Tell us a joke, Byron. Got none. First apple tree getting watered. with our dam water.
I'll just get that first bit in and I'll water it on the way back again. So if the cows get through at one time, she's going to be hot the next day. Get it about. That'll get it off. All right. Let's try it mono. All right, let's have a drink.
In the next episode, we'll be getting back to the house. There are many steps required before we're able to get the house trucked up here to Mount Binga. And one of them is getting the soil tested. Well, the soil and the earth beneath the soil. This is required for the engineers to work out our stumping requirements. If you're interested in us doing a video about all of the steps involved, then please drop us a comment below. In the meantime, stay tuned.